Welcome to Classroom Dynamics, a teacher podcast. I'm your host, Adam Todd. Get ready to tap into the power of motivation and innovative teaching strategies. Together, we'll ignite a love for learning in your students, fostering an inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Join us on this transformational adventure that empowers you to unlock your full potential as an educator. This is Classroom Dynamics, where inspiration meets innovation. Are you a dedicated educator searching for fresh and engaging resources to inspire your students? Look no further than Highly Motivated on Teachers Pay Teachers. Discover a treasure trove of easy-to-use lesson plans, vibrant visuals, and interactive activities designed to captivate young minds and ignite their love for learning. Unlock the potential within your classroom with Highly Motivated, from differentiated lap books to test prep passages on a multitude of topics. Our wide range of materials cater to most elementary and middle school grade levels. Join the community of passionate teachers who have already transformed their classrooms. Visit Highly Motivated on Teachers Pay Teachers and get ready to inspire, motivate, and empower your students like never before. Highly Motivated on Teachers Pay Teachers, where knowledge meets inspiration.
Your world is about to change from this to this. Promethean is here to help streamline your transition back into the classroom with our award-winning active panel that will transform your classroom from this to this. No matter what tools you need to tackle this next school year, we've got you covered. Learn more at prometheanworld.com.
Welcome to Classroom Dynamics, your guide to innovative teaching techniques and tools that enhance student engagement and learning. Hey everyone, I'm Adam Todd. In today's episode, we're diving straight into digital sketchnoting and how using Google Drawings can revolutionize the note-taking experience that your students will absolutely embrace and love. I guarantee it. So what is digital sketchnoting anyway? Digital sketchnoting combines the power of visual thinking with the convenience of digital technology, allowing students and educators alike to capture and communicate ideas in such creative and engaging ways that you'll never want to go back to taking notes the old-fashioned way. By integrating text, images, and symbols, digital sketchnotes transform traditional note-taking into immersive learning, and an immersive learning experience that your students will look forward to working on every single time. Now, research shows that working on sketchnoting improves student outcomes in various ways. Firstly, it promotes active listening and comprehension. When students engage in sketchnoting, they focus on key concepts, synthesize information, and visually represent their understanding, which leads to better retention and recall. Now, also sketchnoting in general, and yes, I mean the traditional note-taking that usually is done in a notebook, or even a more modern version of it, which could be considered a 21st century version, the digital note-taking done on a tablet or a computer enhances critical thinking skills as well. By visualizing, organizing, and connecting ideas, students develop a deeper understanding of complex topics. They identify patterns and make connections between different concepts. This cognitive engagement fosters analytical thinking and problem-solving abilities. Digital sketchnoting also does something really cool. It taps into a student's creativity, allowing them to express themselves and think outside the box. And by incorporating colors and icons in drawings, students can personalize their notes and make them visually appealing. This creative outlet boosts motivation and self-expression unlike you've never seen before, ultimately leading to increased interest in a topic and enjoyment in learning. Sketchnoting has also been found to enhance student learning and engagement in various studies. One study published in the Journal of Visual Literacy explored the effects of sketchnoting on student understanding and retention. The researchers found that students who engaged in sketchnoting while listening to lectures had better recall of information, improved comprehension, and increased engagement compared to traditional note-taking methods. Another study that was conducted by the University of Waterloo examined the impact of sketchnoting on student creativity and problem-solving skills. The findings here revealed that students who regularly practiced sketchnoting demonstrated higher levels of creativity, generated more diverse ideas, and exhibited enhanced problem-solving abilities. Furthermore, a study published in the Journal of Educational Research and Practice investigated the effects of sketchnoting on student academic performance. The researchers here found that students who incorporated sketchnoting into their studying routine achieved higher grades and showed improved conceptual understanding compared to those who relied solely on text-based notes. These studies highlight the positive impact of sketchnoting on student outcomes, including improved retention, comprehension, creativity, problem-solving skills, and academic performance. Incorporating sketchnoting into educational practices could be valuable for promoting active learning, engagement, and deeper understanding among students. So that explains what sketchnoting is, but how do you take traditional note-taking and turn it into digital note-taking? And that's pretty easy. It's not as hard as you think, and kids are going to love it. Turn it into digital sketchnoting using Google Drawings. Google Drawings is a free online tool provided by Google that allows you to create and edit various types of visual content, such as diagrams, charts, posters, and even, yes, sketch notes. It's like a digital canvas where you can actually use the shapes and the text and manipulate lines and images to bring your ideas to life. I like it because it can be used within Google Drive, which is available for many students across their Google School accounts. So if you use those, or if it's even a personal Google account, you have access to Google Drawing. Another reason it's my go-to for teaching digital sketchnoting is that it's so simple to use for students right from the get-go. And finally, the number one reason why I love digital sketchnoting is that there is no right way or wrong way, for that matter, to create them. And when I tell students that, you can see how the creative juices just start to flow. Because once they realize that I'm not going to tell them how to create their notes or how many pictures to use or where to place information on their page or even the color and font that they choose, they suddenly realize that they're in charge of their own work and how they're going to build their own notes that best suits the way they study, not how I want them to study. Now, of course, I do have some rules. For example, I'll give them the topic that I want them to work on. That's a non-negotiable. Sometimes, unless it's a broader topic like a Black History Month project or a President's Week project or a science type of topic like extreme weather, that's when I'll give them more wiggle room to self-direct and choose who they would like to research or what they would like to research and build some notes on it. Sometimes I also tell them that they have to work solo. Sometimes I mix it up and tell them they have to pair up and collaborate with someone by allowing them to share their documents with one another to edit, and even join a group of 3 to collaborate together. Now, by collaborating, this allows the kids to work together, to problem solve. To collaborate together is huge, especially in a digital world. Maybe one of the kids is more visual and wants to start working on the sketchnote design or layout. Maybe someone is a really good reader and can summarize what they've read during their research. It all makes the team work so much better together. Now, I also make sure that they always have a title somewhere on their digital sketch notes and that they summarize their notes in as few words as possible to be able to make it more visual rather than wordy, which is, of course, the whole point of sketch notes to begin with. So, how do you access Google Drawings? To find Google Drawings, you can simply go to your web browser and type in Google Drawings in the search bar. It's that easy. It's also in Drive. Every kid or Google account that you will have for your kids will have the link in Google Drive. The first result, if you do search it online, will be the official Google Drawings website, and as I mentioned, you can also access it through your Google Drive. If you have a Google account, just go to drive.google.com, sign in, and click on the New button at the top left corner of the screen. From the drop-down menu, select Google Drawings, and it will open a new blank canvas where you can start creating. Google Drawings is a versatile and user-friendly tool that can be used for a wide range of purposes, from making simple diagrams and visual aids for presentations to creating more complex artwork and illustrations. It's accessible to anyone who has an internet connection and, of course, a Google account, making it convenient for both personal and educational use. When we come back, we'll take a look at some projects that you can start to use with your students right away, right after this message. We'll be right back. Are you an educator eager to spark creativity and engagement in your students? Unlock their potential with content creation. Imagine equipping them with cutting-edge tools to make their skills flourish. Take, for example, the Blue Sona microphone from Logitech, which I'm currently using. It ensures crystal clear audio quality for impactful projects. Logitech offers a full range of content creation solutions, including audio equipment, cameras, lighting, and editing software. They even have a suite of education solutions for classrooms, enhancing the learning experience for students and educators alike. Empower the next generation of creators by discovering the possibilities at logitech.com/education. Welcome back to Classroom Dynamics, where today we're talking about Google Drawings for sketchnoting, digital sketchnoting. So let's explore how Google Drawings can take your digital sketchnoting to a whole new level with your kids. With its user-friendly interface and wide range of tools and features, Google Drawings provides a powerful platform for creating dynamic and visual stunning sketchnotes. Now, by leveraging Google Drawings, students can easily organize their ideas by creating sections or frames, incorporating text, shapes, and icons, and importing relevant images. The flexibility of Google Drawings allows for limitless creativity, enabling students to fully express their understanding and individuality. As educators, you can also harness the collaborative nature of Google Drawings, allowing students to work on sketch notes, share their creations, and provide feedback to one another. This collaborative aspect promotes a sense of community and fosters peer learning and peer communication with discussion, further enhancing student engagement and knowledge, which is part of the whole exchange process in the first place. So whether you're a student looking to revolutionize note-taking or an educator seeking to boost students' outcomes, digital sketchnoting with Google Drawings is a game changer. It combines the benefits of visual learning, critical thinking, and creativity to create a holistic and immersive learning experience. So what kind of projects can you use with Google Drawings for digital sketchnoting? Honestly, whatever you can come up with across multiple curriculum areas is going to work just perfect. But here are my few favorites that I like to work on. First, an All About Me. I really love the All About Me project because this gives kids the perfect opportunity to showcase who they are. Their individuality comes out, their whole creative design process and thought process comes out on the screen. It just is amazing, and they love it. They are so engaged in it. The time for them flies by so fast. They love to showcase all of their hobbies, the books that they love, the sports that they love, anything about them, their birthday that they want you to know. It is a fantastic way to actually start using Google Drawings. Another one I love is anything science, because let's face it, there's a lot of information in science, and sometimes the visual learner needs to see that laid out in their notes. I love anything science with this because you can go in so many different directions on so many different grade levels. For example, the butterfly life cycle, such a visual to have kids create that on a digital sketch note. You'll see amazing work. Weather, different phases of matter, the solar system, famous scientists, all of that stuff, all of that information, all of those topics that we see throughout the year can be done using digital sketch notes. Another one is math. Okay, so math could be a hard one because, let's face it, a lot of kids struggle with math, but there are a lot of visuals that go along with math, such as fractions and geometry. So math, having the kids create a visual how-to in order to explain the steps to do something or what a polygon is, I mean, you're talking just engagement to the max. Social studies is another great topic. Any topic you throw at them, they're going to love it. The causes of the American Revolution, countries, a comparative nature of different flags or historical figures for Women's History Month. I mean, you name it, any holiday or celebration, it's really unlimited where you can pull information from to have kids do some digital sketchnoting work. Word work is also a good one because if you think about vocabulary and even shades of meaning vocabulary with a visual touch and a visual twist, this comes in really handy and it really does enhance students' vocabulary. Social emotional learning is also another good one to explore, really any topic you want your kids to study. So just to sum it up, today's episode on creating digital sketch notes was using Google Drawings. Google Drawings is a fantastic way to get the kids involved in their learning and, of course, do it in a fun way. Sketchnoting combines note-taking and doodling and makes information engaging and memorable by combining text and images. It engages both logical and creative sides of the brain, which improve information retention and, of course, idea connections. There are no strict rules for sketchnoting with Google Drawings. There's no right way or wrong way to do it, which is why I think the kids love it so much. And it's kind of like why I love it so much. Now, here are some additional tips that you may want to take from today's podcast. Use the shapes from the Insert tab. It'll be really helpful to get those shapes down so that kids can then use the text box icon to add the text to different shapes. Rectangles, squares, circles, triangles, mind maps, graphic organizers. This comes in really, really handy. You can also import images using the image option, and here you can upload an image of your own from your computer, or you can even search Google Images directly from Google Drawings, which is fantastic. You don't have to open another tab. It's already built into Google Drawings. Use layers for stacking visuals. That's a real good way to enhance the visual aspect of it. Experiment with different font styles and color schemes. Actually talk to the kids about why different fonts and colors may or may not work. And finally, teach your students how to create different folders within Google Drive in order to organize their notes into different subject areas for quick access back to them in order for them to study them at a later date. Let creativity shine through with this. The kids love it, you're going to love it, and it really opens the door to a different way of teaching and learning for your kids. And my final takeaway today is to let creativity shine through. Allow your students to do their own designing and be as creative as they possibly can. You're going to see amazing things with Google Drawings and digital sketchnoting. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Classroom Dynamics, where knowledge and inspiration meets innovation. I hope you've enjoyed today's discussion and found it both insightful and uplifting. As always, my goal is to provide you with practical strategies, engaging stories, and powerful insights that can fuel your motivation as an educator. I believe that when knowledge and inspiration do come together, incredible things can happen in your classroom. And for all of you who may feel that it's too late to strengthen your craft, I challenge you to make it your mission to do so. You've worked hard to get to where you are today, and it's never too late to infuse new life into your work. So why not make today that day to do so? But before we go, I would like to take a moment to thank you, our amazing listeners. Your dedication to creating a dynamic learning environment for you and your students is truly inspiring. I'm Adam Todd, and you've been listening to Classroom Dynamics, a teacher podcast. You can follow Classroom Dynamics on Twitter at Class Dynamics. If you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. We'll be back soon with more captivating conversations, inspiring stories, and strategies that you can implement immediately into your everyday routines. Until then, keep igniting that spark in your classroom and never stop believing in the incredible impact you have as an educator. You're more powerful and inspirational than you think.